Good evening, or pleasant good evening, and welcome to the program Things About Men on this beautiful Tuesday evening. As you know, this is a social, educative, informative, and interactive platform that brings out the realities and true nature about men. What are some of the things they say? What are some of the things they do? And even what are some of the things they think when they are away from their spouses and together just as men? So as always, every Tuesday evening on live television, we meet here to discuss sensitive topics on the program Things About Men. And today is no exception, okay? We're going to have a very interesting discussion on the show. As always, you know, we are three in number. I'm here with the man Abukari Sharif and the man Emmanuel Hoff. And today we are about to discuss some wonderful, interesting topic. I don't want you to think that our discussion is just going to be the negative side about men. No, it's just things about men that we will be discussing on the show. All right, I'm just going to hit you on the topic we'll be discussing before we go for our break. On the show today, we're going to be looking at the question, why men disown pregnancy? That is the question we're going to be looking at today. We're going to be discussing, because this is something that always happens, especially in our today's generation. We find out guys disowning pregnancy for what reasons we don't know. That's what we're about to find out today. So wherever you are watching us from Walkabout TV, wherever you are, I'd like to say welcome to the program Things About Men. My name is Paul Allen Weir, and we are about to take our first break. When we come back, we announce the number of the text and we'll tell you about our Facebook page. Okay, still wherever you are, we'll be right back from this break.
I'm Bobby Valentino Zoe for the United States, Liberian, US-based actor. Keep watching Light TV. Peace.
Calling all the women, every single woman, mother, auntie, or bride means woman. Let us unite. Oh, wow, oh. This is our time. Let's hear it, girls. Oh, wow, oh. This is our time. Oh, woman, oh. This is our time. Oh, woman, oh. This is our time.
Police taking bribery before the children are hiding. Say no to corruption, you'll be alright. Corruption, Baba is setting too much. Corruption, say no to corruption, you'll be alright. Okay, you the fuck is that corruption taking the land? He just taking bribe, how they children the whole land.
Alright, welcome back from that break. In case you just joined us, you are just in time for this wonderful discussion on the program Things About Men. Some of the interesting things that we men do, we men say, we always discussing it every Tuesday evening right here on Light Television. Wherever you are, you can also take this opportunity to advertise your goods and services on our station. All you have to do is call the numbers we are at the bottom of your screen, or you can locate us at our Light TV office right on the Capitol Bypass, or even go on Facebook and check out our Facebook page, Things About Men, or go on YouTube and put Light Communications Investment, and you will watch the rest of our episodes, okay? And you can send an SMS to 0776-595-8388 to give me your comment and your own participation about the topic. Like I said, we're going to be looking at the question, why do men disown pregnancy? That's the topic we're going to be discussing today. The reasons, do they have justifiable reasons? Well, we're going to find out. Once again, Karim, Emmanuel, we are all welcome. This is Things About Men.
Yeah, we are.
So, you're no more studio guests here.
Oh, yeah, sure.
We are here to discuss this wonderful topic. Okay. So, Emmanuel, this is what we have on the table. Why do you agree that men disown pregnancy first?
A lot of time. You found out a lot of young people disown pregnancy is not just 1, 2, 3. It's something that's constant in society we find ourselves in.
Alright. So then I believe that if something like this is going on, there should be a reason why they're carrying. So I will start off with you. Why do men disown pregnancy? Why do you think men would do that? Or men would just jump off, want to disown his pregnancy, want to disown his unborn child? There should be something attached to that.
Yes,
That are the reasons.
men do disown pregnancy often, which of course is a
Especially
fact
nowadays.
that we cannot
Relating
deny.
to the 21st century.
It's still happening.
Okay.
Although unlike before it was rampant, but we'll come to that.
Alright, yeah,
We'll
let's
come to
step by
that.
step.
There are a tons of reasons why men do disown or abandon their pregnant girlfriends or wives.
Okay.
But to put all in a nutshell, I say the main reason is fear.
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 Alright, that's one reason.
Yes, and like I said, all the reasons bow down to
Okay, to fear.
Yeah.
Alright?
Why am I saying all of the reasons bow down to fear is let's go back to like it used to happen before frequently. I'm a young guy, I'm in school, and I get tempted, like always we do get tempted with a little girl, of my age range. We meet and get lost with each other, have fun. Pregnancy comes about. Now, by that time, you don't even have the guts, the temerity to stand in front of your mother or father to talk about a girlfriend. Needless to talk about a pregnancy.
Okay.
Man, oh man, you are finished. Just forget about it. Your school business, everything. In fact, I either throw you in the get out or to keep you in the get home. Whatever thing is supposed to do for you for school,
We swap.
they swap it up for the girl. She goes to school and you sit home. So now you're thinking you are afraid of your future. Your friends are going to be going ahead. You're going to be better. You're just going to be a good for nothing guy home. So that's one great fear. You are afraid that you may damage your future right there by accepting that pregnancy. In the end, a young guy like you try to deny that pregnancy.
Oh, because he's afraid.
To even stand in front of my parents to say, Brett, forget what the next thing.
Yeah.
To even say Brett or a girl. So that alone brings about that fear brings about the disowning of that pregnancy.
Alright. Yeah. Let me just cut you off a little bit, okay? Emmanuel, do you have any maybe contrary statement or anything to say? Because he said fear, he put all in a nutshell.
Fear could be
Do you
one.
agree?
Yeah, fear could be one, but let's look at it logically.
Mm-hmm.
Besides rape, outside of rape,
Yeah.
every woman that gets pregnant must have a intercourse with men.
Definitely.
Something should happen before. So to every child that is born, it's the responsibility of the man and the woman working and bring that child.
Bring that child.
But let's look at some of the reasons that sometimes men disown pregnancy.
Alright.
Outside of marriage, you got a tradition saying that marriage wasn't born a bastard child, or they don't have selected that, let's take that out.
Yeah.
Let's look at, like, for example, boyfriend or girlfriend known situation where I'm like friending this girl over with you coming up together, and I observe that she's dating more than 45 persons at the same time. And all of a sudden she walk up to me one early
Say,
in the morning and say,
pregnant.
I'm pregnant. That also can lead me to telling her, say,
So that is not fear, it's doubt.
Yeah.
It's
I'm not
also fear in another sense.
Like-
Like the doubt is there,
Mm-hmm.
but the fear is there. Am I going to raise somebody else's child? It's doubt. Okay, you are doubting if this child is yours because this girl had like many relationships around X, so you like. But now the doubt is there, but you are afraid to take care of that responsibility. In the end, maybe 2, 3 years, or 4, 5, or 10 years, she
And
walks
walks
up
in,
and
the child
says,
is not
"The
yours."
child is not yours." After all of the things you've invested into that child,
But
getting
equally,
so more attached, and
Yeah.
then she comes or another father comes to claim it.
equally so, people have the saying that a woman knows who impregnate her.
Yeah.
No matter how many boyfriends she has. That's why people always say.
But Paul, these days we have such cases like a woman walking up to a guy and the child is like 5 years old and saying, oh, this pregnancy wasn't yours, but this guy, but this
Yeah.
Have you seen such a situation?
Definitely.
And it happens always, and the reason is like she knew from the beginning that the child, for example, was for Paul. Was like let's say it was for Karim. Let me put in my shoes.
All right.
She knew the pregnancy was for Karim, but she gave it to Paul because she felt Paul is in a better condition
To take care
of that
I
child
was
than Karim.
important in his pregnancy.
Stop.
So it happens, alright. But then, you know, like I'm just trying to narrow this whole thing down into fear. You understand? We come to the aspect of dishonesty. We come to this aspect of wherein this girl knows very well that you are capable. Okay, like it happened to me once. This girl knew that not that I was capable, but at least I could afford a little thing. So we had a time together once. So she told me she was pregnant.
All right.
Okay, and I said, okay, what can we do now? I was afraid to tell my parents. But then how can we?
Yeah,
She said,
Cindy,
okay, yes.
afraid to tell
I was
parents.
afraid to tell my
Married
parents. I wasn't married then. I was, you know, like that. That was like almost 10 years ago. So what am I going to do? I tried to discuss with a few friends and they gave me some advice and X, Y, Z. But I'm like, okay, what are we going to do? You're gonna keep it? I'm gonna keep it over my family. I will take care. Alright, so she went out of town and I was sending her money regularly. Only to find out that she wasn't actually pregnant. She only wanted to get money from me. So now that happens like I get afraid if any other woman just walk up to me and tell me I'm pregnant. I'm like, hello. I was once a victim of this thing, you know.
So is this really true?
Is this really true that this person? So now that victimization I was in before might lead me to disown an actual pregnancy that is actually mine.
So no wonder you put everything in a nutshell, like say fear. But the aspect of being afraid mostly relate to that of a young person, like you say.
No, not just that. I will come into like a married man.
Okay.
Somebody might say lack of responsibility, but no, it's not because of that. The act of abandoning your child is an irresponsible act. But it's not lack of responsibility. Now, let's assume I'm a married man. Okay, I have the potential of taking care of a lady if I get her impregnated, like now or tomorrow. Okay, and if we have an affair outside of our marital stuff, because I'm afraid of losing my wife, my family, of damaging this family, cutting them into two, definitely, I don't tell her to get rid of it. If she refuses and come out, I'm going to deny it. Because I don't want to lose my family. So, it's not because, that's the temptation. Like I said before, we get tempted,
That's what makes men. These are things about men.
You know, we get lost in all those things. So, because I'm afraid that if I own up to this pregnancy, my wife may leave me. I may bring a breach between me and my children. Probably if she walks away with my children, I'm not going to get that attachment with them because I cheated. So the best thing I'm going to do, I either give her money to go somewhere to get rid of it or take care of it. And if she comes up, definitely I'm going to put a camera on my face. Me, you sure it's me? So fear of losing a marital home makes me to.
Karim, it's just that probably running out of time. You know you had a fear in you. Being a married with children, with family, but you have to go out after somebody else when you know that fear is in you.
Men,
You are brave enough to step up and go that level.
things about men, Emmanuel.
That's natural. You know, the thing is now, we are not afraid of the danger, but when the damage is caused, that's when we get afraid. You know, like
this topic is very interesting, and we are still here discussing why do men disown pregnancy. Our first reason was fear. Okay, we're looking at fear. Most often it happens because of fear, according to Karen, and we're trying to see the logic in it. We got a couple of reasons, okay, as to why men want to disown a pregnancy. But we are going for our break, okay? So wherever you are watching this is Things About Men. When we come back from this break, we continue with our discussion as to why, if men have reliable or reasonable justification to deny pregnancy, are the women to blame too? We're going to find out about that right after this break.
Welcome to Liberia, Africa's oldest republic. The friendliest people, breathtaking beaches, vibrant culture, rich heritage, amazing wildlife. An unforgettable adventure giving you a memorable experience. Take a journey and experience Liberia. Positively Liberian.
This is in Jamaica, baby. The Indian refused to come to Liberia. You know, the main reason why I come to Liberia because God spoke to me in my dream. God said, oh, in Jamaica, you have to go to Liberia. I said, oh, but there's no lead there. He said, oh, no, we have lead there. I said, what kind of lead? He said, light TV. I said, oh. I thought I allowed light. Because 2 hours start with the ZL. Not like light TV. Since I came to Labrador, I wanted to go back. I nearly changed my mind. I started to go back. But since I started watching light TV, hey God, light TV can show fun program. Hey God, you see light TV, only on light TV, me can see quality sport. Oh God, like I go watch light TV, I see the guy that go to Puskago. I go put a lot of station on Puskago and I go to or Hamburg. That two different things came up. Light TV been a real one, real Puskago. Me see me enjoying it like the quality football. Hey God, see light TV, they can show all the fun music on it. But hey God, I see them living or watching my TV, my phone, just dancing for myself. I swear to God, all the best movie, like real movie that you can think about, our culture, only light TV, the drama, comedy drama. You want to see in Jamaica, I think funny, tune into light TV, you will see me clear, color, visa, back, art to art. I tell you seriously, so you take by the money, you sit in your living room. Make sure you tune into light TV. Because I'm go back, someone go back because of light TV. Light TV is the best station, they entertain every day. So wherever you are, whether you Liberia, you Sierra Leone, you Guinea, I in Jamaica saying that England refuse to come to Liberia now again because of light TV. Tune into light TV. Man, I said the boy, man, I come to go. Anyway, you see him on my dad to start in there. Oh, yeah, he not to light TV. He said that they chicken me out, chicken me out. Let me go there, come to go. Let me go there, come to go. I'm going to go. See, I'm going to you. Platinum entertainment, baby.
Alright, welcome back. In case you've just joined us, we are still here on the program Things About Men, discussing the topic, why do men disown pregnancy? And firstly, we're looking at fear, alright? Sometimes they have to do with fear. And right now we want to jump back into our discussion. Let's get back with the men after Karim, and we go back to the discussion. Oh, Karim, we discussed fear, and that I 100% agree with you. Fear has to do with most of the reasons why men want to disown pregnancy. Now, why don't we look at something like foul play or dishonesty sometimes from women? Because I'm a man, I have my fiancée. Once I'm not satisfied with how the relationship is going, I observe a foul play and she comes up and tells me that, oh, I'm pregnant and I have my doubts. Don't you think that would cause me to want to deny it, especially when I have a big foul play, or justifiable cause to that? Like looking at foul play?
Yeah, that's enough reason. A man may think, he wants to deny a pregnancy from. Most men do. we gave that as a reason. Like, I'm not too sure that child is mine.
Especially when I was suspicious
That girl, that girl was dating this guy. I caught up with this guy at this point in time, and you start to calculate when last both of you had intercourse. You know, you start to calculate like the doubt is there. How many months is she? But we did this time. And so the doubt comes. You know that.
Would I be wrong if I no can't do something like that?
You will be wrong. You will be wrong. Like we said previously. Like the woman knows who impregnated her. Okay. Although sometimes they use it in order to trap men, you know, in X, Y, Z. You see, but then let's look at it. Some men use that as an excuse because, like, let me give an example of me. It has not happened to me, but I'm just putting in my shoes. Like maybe no seriously. Probably maybe. Like maybe if I'm in a relationship with this girl and we just got tangled. You know, and for the moment, and in my mind, she's not the type of woman I want to settle down with to have kids. You know, she's having this guy here, that guy here, she's here and there, and I myself, I just want to have the fun. So we start to have fun. If she comes about telling me she's pregnant for me, I'm like, no, this can be. This is not the type of woman I wish to have my kids by. But that's the type of woman you want to live with. So,
that brings me to the point that when I was doing a couple of research, okay, it brought me to the point that saying like wrong women easily get pregnant.
Sure.
Because so like what you said, some men will have a girlfriend who they don't want to show out in the public, Emmanuel. You not feel proud moving around or introduce her to the public. Probably you move under the cover of darkness and have sex with her. And when obviously people that are quick to get pregnant, once she gets pregnant,
and then you start to.
So, Paul, you say anything like you have the experience? You just share experience.
No, you
know this experience. When you say it,
this is something that happened.
Like you had experience before.
Yeah, probably you may have had experience.
I don't know if I have.
But it's interesting.
Women get pregnant easily.
Obviously, you know, we are so into this whole women thing, when that we are easily trapped. You know, the moment we see her, we like everybody is going after her. You know, so we want to go there too to be part of the, you know, something like that.
One thing I like Aaron for on this program is like he's bold, he poured up everything within him. So most of the topic Aaron that expressed on the more right, it's like for you to discuss is very easy.
Because I was around a lot. Like I was around the bad guys, the good guys, you know. So we interacted. I never distinguished between a good person and a bad person. Not in the sense that I didn't know who is bad or good, but I work with everybody. Trust me, I have entered a ghetto not once, not twice, but I don't smoke. I don't take in those stuff, but I've carried friends there. They do their stuff. We sit down with lecture, and I see how they go about doing the ghetto stuff. So if you ask me to talk about the ghetto guys, I will talk as if I've lived that life. But you see, one other thing, I talk with few persons. Like most often when I want to discuss, I do research, but I try to narrow it down to the Liberians. Searching. That's the reason why I don't want to go the way I go, because I want to narrow it down to Liberian setting and to what I have experienced. This guy disowned a pregnancy, alright? Not because he couldn't afford to sponsor, but because he was afraid that he wouldn't have treated his son or daughter well. Now,
the unborn child?
Yes. The thing is, he had that experience as a child. He was treated. He was traumatized, and there was no one to de-traumatize him.
I see.
So because of that trauma he went through,
almost like a flashback.
Thank you. So he was afraid that he would afflict that same trauma on that child. He had to escape.
So, but we all also agree with me that some guys will say, I'm not ready to become a father yet.
100%.
Equally so, they are having an intercourse.
I
am not ready to become a father yet. That couple of that reason our men would want to deny pregnancy.
Yes.
I had that experience, but just that I didn't deny mine. When it was my first time, somebody woke up to me and she said, she was pregnant. I packed up my thing overnight. I went to another place, you know.
That's interesting.
I went closer to a city, and then the next time I came to like, bro, what you getting then?
Oh, because
I was not ready. Thinking if I get back, the pregnancy will probably move or something will happen.
Wow.
But guess what? After a month later, I went back there, started
So you see, he did not deny, but he was not ready.
I was not mature.
But psychologically, these are things that play on young men that sometimes we want to deny.
Exactly, so yeah.
You know, start thinking about what his friends will say.
You know, like
when you're young, then you come
that's why we sport play when you get in the sport football field, you see a lot of people laughing at you. Okay, your guy had a girl that was pregnant, and then you yourself you fucking by the fucking guy get over 8 hours to start. Hey, your time to imagine yourself.
Yeah, you know, interestingly, at that time, you know, when we were coming up, the song we used to sing was Baby Bomb Baby.
Yeah.
So you don't want people to sing that song behind you, Baby Bomb Baby. You know, and at that point in time, I was working along with Save the Children UK. So we used to go on the street, we used to go around try to sensitize the young ones of our age, because back then we were teenagers. You know, so we used to talk to them, discuss with them about the disadvantages about teenage pregnancy, and we saw a lot of people.
And then looking at that,
you know, so I'm here, you know, discouraging the fact that you know teens shouldn't get pregnant. You know, you should be mature. Some of the difficulties you pass through, and then I be the one to go
Get it,
you know, to be baby bomb baby. Like it was naughty, you know, like that.
Yeah, and for you got any reason you might not like think or men was one of this pregnancy?
Yeah, man, one of this pregnancy due to financial problem, like you're not financially capable.
Financial implication.
You're looking at yourself also like to even get it is difficult.
To start your day is hard.
And some parents can be like, if you get pregnant for anybody, taking your things and care for that man. Calculating all the things, where you gonna get it from?
And let's look at it vice versa a little bit.
Okay.
All right. Have you thought about a lady running away with the child? Not that the man disowned it,
Okay.
but she refused to tell the man that she's pregnant. She ran away with the child. Have you thought about it? It happens, right?
Yes.
And why do you think this happened too?
Sometimes she wouldn't even want to run away with the child, but probably want to get
Pressure.
rid of it and without telling you.
Sometimes pressure.
Yes. Pressure from both.
But
Yeah.
now
Escape
I'll
me.
tell you what a lady told me, because I tried to ask the lady too.
Mhm.
She was like, I ran away with my child when I was pregnant from the father, because I used to like him, you know, I just felt for him, but he was an alcoholic. He comes home drunk, every day he's drinking, every day he's a womanizer, and I never wanted my child to experience that kind of life, getting up, knowing the father is this person before he or she becomes that, you know,
Rather taking the
responsibility
in raising that child.
in raising that child.
Just a little bit different as well, but that's
Just a little bit different, but the women aspect are, you know, a little bit positive.
Yeah.
You know. So we just want to go to the
Before the women say, oh.
for we can men like what Paul denied said was in him, so
Oh,
you still got it.
no, I never did that. I never did that.
Man, you was telling me that a few minutes ago.
No, I never did that. Trust me, I never did that.
like Paul, you were talking about wrong women. You
Yeah.
understand?
Mhm.
Let's go a bit on our wrong women issue.
Yeah.
Let's assume I'm forced to marry a lady that I really have a thing for. You understand? And trust me, whenever she gets pregnant, in fact, you feel she's even sleeping up because you don't even want to have the time to have a affair with her.
Yeah.
You don't even have the time, you know, to be around her, and you just have to be. You are trapped.
So
Of
no
marrying
problem.
her.
You wouldn't have sex with her when you are drunk.
When you are
sometimes.
drunk.
Yeah.
So like that, probably even you're talking about disowning pregnancy, but disowning the child even.
The child.
Like 1-2 years, the man is going to work with that child and be my child.
Yeah.
How am I make sure that child is my child? Because me, I never used to even have regular intercourse. So the wrong women easily get pregnant.
pregnant.
And because of that, because you feel like this is not the person you really want to settle down
Really
with.
want, so you
You
will
know,
classify
this is
your
not your
soulmate
soulmate.
woman.
Like for example, in a relationship with a girl, very serious and every other thing. You got this side chick. Every time you visit this side chick, you don't really like this side chick, but just due to certain reason, you know we are men. Like
Things about men.
So and then just cheating up every time. This side chick says she's pregnant, you're gonna lose the relationship you're having. So it's gonna be like me, I'm gonna walk up and tell you, babe, find somebody else. Going on me.
Yeah, this keeps getting interesting and always interesting. So if you're watching us, this is Things About Men. We are discussing why will a man want to disown a pregnancy, the reasons behind a man trying to disown a pregnancy. Okay, so you can have your say on this program. You can always go to our Facebook page, Things About Men. Leave your comment or upload one of our topics before we discuss them. You also have the opportunity to send in your topics. Tell us things about men and we will discuss it, all right? Right now we are going for a break. And when we come back, we jump into our last discussion and we call it all night. Stay where we are. We'll be right back after this break.
The light is here, the light keeps shining. My picking your man, not be scared. Yo, Jonathan Vico for Alasta Kunjay. And I want you to keep watching Light TV. Come to you every time. And most especially we bring only entertainment, strictly Liberian entertainment. So make use of the opportunity. Come on and come on. Watch and watch and watch. One love for you.
In the beginning, God creates the heavens and the earth in 6 days. He makes Adam and Eve, who spend their days with God until they give in to temptation by eating from a forbidden tree. Sin enters the world, and things get so bad that God floods the earth and starts over with Noah and his family. Years later, God calls Abraham to follow him with the promise to make Abraham the father of a great nation. Abraham obeys, and God gives him a son, Isaac. Isaac's son Jacob has 12 sons. Joseph, Jacob's favorite, becomes second in command of Egypt. God uses him to save his entire family and Egypt from starvation. Hundreds of years later, the Israelites are slaves in Egypt. Moses is called to lead the Israelites out of slavery. Joshua takes over after Moses and leads the people into the promised land. After Joshua, God raises up judges, temporary military leaders like Deborah, Gideon, and Samson, who protect and fight for God's people. The people tire of this leadership, and they call for a king. God gives Israel King Saul, King David, and then King Solomon. But it's all downhill from here. The people rebel. The kingdom of Israel is divided, and everyone turns their back on God. Prophets like Elijah, Isaiah, Micah, and Jeremiah warn that if people don't repent of their sins, there will be consequences. But the people ignore their warnings. The divided kingdoms are conquered, and God's people face captivity in foreign lands. People like Daniel show great courage and stand up for God when no one else does. Some of the exiled people return to the promised land, but for 400 years, God is silent. No prophets, no miracles, and no angel visitations. But then, the silence is broken when Jesus is born. He lives a perfect life, teaches truth, and performs miracles, proving He is God. He shows us the full extent of God's love by taking our place and dying on the cross for our sin. He is placed in a grave, but 3 days later, Jesus rises again, conquering sin and death. His followers travel the world, sharing the good news of His love and starting churches. We now are part of this story, and we have the chance to change the world and share His love, because one day He will crack open the sky and He will return. It's the greatest story ever told.
Alright, we are back from that break. In case you just joined us, I'd like to say welcome, and we are on the last section of our discussion on the topic, why do men disown pregnancy? And in case you missed any of our episodes, you still have the opportunity to watch it on the internet. Just go to our Light TV page on Facebook and put Light TV, and you're going to watch it, or you go to YouTube and put Light Communications Investment. and you will watch all of our programs in case you missed any of it on Satcom. Alright, we've been discussing the reasons men disown pregnancy, and we went through a couple of reasons. Now, before we leave this show, we want to know if some of their reasons are justifiable. If some of the reasons men disown pregnancy make sense. Because we cannot just put all the blame on the man. If a man will want to disown a pregnancy, probably there will be a justifiable reason. So, Karen, do you think that some of those reasons are justifiable as to why a man will want to disown pregnancy?
Well, I would like to say in this way, let's say all of our reasons, let me include myself.
Yeah, we are men.
All of our reasons are acceptable, alright, but not justifiable. And I will say why.
Why?
Because once the mess has been done, created by you, you should own up to your mess. There's no other justifiable reason to clean up your mess. No one did it for you. I mean, like, you got lost into it and you did what you did. The damage has been caused.
I really meant angry with you now. The guys watching the program now, I'm going to get angry with you for saying that.
I'm sorry, but that's the truth. You know, once you cause the mess, you have to clean it up.
Yeah, what if I did not cause it? I went there, but because of doubt or some other thing, I was not really responsible, and I have reasons for saying it's not good to disown pregnancy. Please trust me, I'm not backing the idea of any man disowning pregnancy. I've not done it, and I'm not encouraging you to do it. But people always want to think twice if a man trying to disown a pregnancy. Maybe there will be some reason people look into it. So yes, I went there. I agree, I went there. But maybe this guy is lying to me. That is not mine. Because ladies do that.
Okay, now I agree.
She's trying to take Emmanuel's child and give it to me, probably.
That's great. That's a maybe, alright? That's a great maybe. So one of the other maybe is the child's actually yours. Have you thought about that?
I remember out of the what Paul just said. What's about your wife? You haven't like traveled out of time. You spend 2 to 3 months, you come back, and their wife is telling you. And just forget about wife because normal marriage don't deny pregnancy. Your girlfriend is telling you that she's pregnant, and you spend 3 months outside. She lied to you, she's pregnant 3 months or more for you. You just come up to discover that she's pregnant like 2 months, and probably you've been out of time for 3 months, and she thinks you're pregnant. But you know, when you just come up with such thing to say yes, I'm accepting, or you justify.
Maybe not in front of all.
It's hard to say, alright? Like you've been out like 3 months, okay, and she's like 2 months pregnant.
And she lied to you like she's 4 months pregnant because she want to cover it up.
She lied that she's 4 months pregnant.
Yeah.
But if she lied, how we know until she gave birth?
Yeah.
So now let's assume that she gave birth.
Yeah.
Some people can give
premature.
And that's why I say, yeah, there's still you going to know. But let's assume like you knew. But you got to know, you came back, you met her, she's 2 months pregnant already, and you left for 3 months. Definitely, even herself, she's not going to tell you it's you. Except
some of them brave.
2 months and you've been out for 3 months, and it's clear that you've been out, not even around her for 3 months. Except in that point in time, you were around and you guys been doing some stuff, you know, and XYZ. But once you were away, I mean, like, even a crazy lady is not going to walk up to you and say, "Man, you've been out for 1 year, now pregnant 3 months. The pregnancy is yours." It's insane, though.
Gary, so happy another way. It wasn't for some of the female that take one pregnancy and give it to 3, 4, 5 pregnancy, and they don't know what
that's another thing. Girls do that.
I experienced that in the community I was in Amakashi. Like, was it 2007, 2006, 2007. I wouldn't want to call it name, but according to what we gathered, she gave the pregnancy to 2 men. You know, her husband, she was married to, and the boyfriend.
This is one of the reasons men who wanted this one pregnancy.
It was crazy. Both of them didn't know. Both of them turned up to the pregnancy, both of them supported. Even till the child's naming day, the boyfriend family came, the husband was there, one of them named the child. And besides, it was a game. Yeah. Besides the other people who were watching who knew, I mean, like the both family, they really understand what was going on. It's bad though, so it makes some other guys want to say, but that's BS. I'm going to disown this and XYZ, but yet then still, it's not something to say we're going to encourage our men.
No, then we are not encouraging it.
Yeah.
But let me give this. This is serious. What I'm about to say. It happened right in my community. Okay. A young guy who lived in my community. He had his girlfriend. She got pregnant. She got impregnated. They had a child. All he knew, the child was his. That little boy, he was not working. He was only riding back. He struggled. He took care of that child. That child grew up to like 2-3 years. Oh, you wouldn't believe. And the boy so loved this little girl. In the end, Karen, you wouldn't believe that that girl told that boy, the child is not yours, that the child was for an elderly guy who had his family and just on the side, who loved chasing after little kids. And she took the child from this boy and gave the child. And I think broke that little boy down.
That's bad, but what's worse? Yeah. That's bad. What you explained is very bad for a woman to do.
Yeah.
But what's worse is a cousin who had a child, a girl.
Yeah.
My cousin who had a child, like a girl child. He was to travel to the States. He went after the entire document with the daughter.
Yeah.
He went to do DNA and every XYZ because of the daughter. Because of the daughter, he had to fill the interview. So that's even worse. Like you know, the girl was I think almost 5 years.
And these things bring like stigma in what I was saying. Because of that, the boy had a little girl that got impregnated, and the girl was always telling him, say, oh, the belly is not for you, it's not for you. And whenever she says that, a flashback comes to his mind.
Exactly, so you want to
yes, will come to his mind. And God forbid, unfortunately, the child, he gave birth, but the child did not make it. So these are things that will make a man sometimes want to disown a pregnancy. Yeah, please, we are not pushing message that you should do that, okay? We are not. It's not a good thing.
Yeah, sure.
No man shouldn't do that, but we are looking at the pros and cons, the advantage and disadvantage, and some logic in it.
Well, like what happened to you call the eating that girl, right?
I never did that, man. I never did that.
So okay, let's look at this also.
Yeah.
Like what Karen was saying, for me, that is totally a drama. A married woman giving the pregnancy of two different persons, that is totally traumatic.
Very traumatic.
Because it can be like you living with a man, you know, it's normal when it's boyfriend, girlfriend, but except that, you know, like this thing can happen in society at any time. Or you are whether every other thing you see taking the child from the man within the house, you're out to somebody else. Karen, my reaction will be to shoot you, that's all.
We don't do it.
You know,
we don't do it bones.
It's a crazy thing. It's a crazy word, and the action sex between male and female is a crazy thing that you can just easily get away with. You know, you can run away from it. So we just encourage our brothers and our sisters, because we need to talk to you too.
Yeah, you are responsible.
You need to understand that some of your friends will go through the pains because of what you may do to me. Or you may do to Emmanuel or Paul, you know.
Especially Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Because, but do you agree that these ladies sometimes do these things deliberately?
Yeah.
Yes, they
sometimes
do. They do. Yeah. It's deliberate. They plan it. Like in my case, the girl told me she was pregnant and she wasn't.
See that?
I mean, like she told me she gave birth. You know, saying you know, baby talk this and that about everything. How you going to get it? Oh, sending my social person to go to driver and send everything, send money.
That was constant. Calculated, premeditated. She planned it.
She planned it. She ate money until like my own sister came and told me that my sister been tricking you.
See that? There was a plain work. There was a plain work with this guy, with this girl. She's one of the most beautiful kids in the world. Bright, very bright. She's born by this guy married. The guy is married. You know, he's an Islamic guy. Married, she's born by him. And take the same baby and give it to another Islamic guy.
Wow.
Then she took the baby again and gave it to another Christian guy.
No.
Now that the married man passed on,
That's
he
disaster.
died. You know, he was ill. He went getting for treatment. He died. Now she take the child, but the guy has more money than the guy no more. Following the mission, everybody they want to like, I didn't get your food.
That's bad. That's bad. You know, some ladies are just like, but we're not gonna say the worst thing about you guys.
No.
Our girls, our ladies, our mothers, our wives. We can just urge you and talk to you to be better than you know. You are good people, you know, but you can be better.
Yeah.
You understand? You can be better, so we just talk to them to be better.
Wow, it's so interesting. Like I said, time flies so much when you have. The topic is so interesting that I just wish we have more time, but we have no more time in our favor. So, any final word before we wrap it up?
Yeah, just to end up like what I was just saying to my brothers out there, let's say stop disowning pregnancy.
Stop it.
If you know you are not ready for a child,
Abstain.
abstain. We have, you know, we have the ABC method,
ABC.
right? So you go through the ABC method, and it's gonna save you a lot. Okay, if you know she's not a person you want to have a child with,
Don't go there.
don't go there now. Leave it. Other people seeing it, they want born by it. Let calm down low. You understand me? Yeah. Just how you seeing it, that she not good for you to born by. Other people seeing it, they want to born by her.
No more like
So
no
leave
more.
it for another man. Now we take her as your wife. You know, leave it. You do the get in. We are seeing it. That's when you get 1 or 2 things. You're taking your post pregnancy only. You're taking for me. You're going to poor. Get people get money. You're taking for me. You know. So in the end, like your other sister will suffer. Seeing it, so please, we're just talking to everybody. And thanks for watching. Keep watching Live TV. Keep watching the program. Things About Men. We'll always come to you every Tuesday, and we appreciate whatever comment you make on our Facebook page. Yeah, thank you.
As for me, everything that Carby said, and boys back in, they didn't do what it is. What you say, they didn't do it me while I stay. Anytime men or woman meet, child must come out, or something positive must come out, or something negative. If it's you, she says you accept it, but don't mind, then they say you're going to drive yourself away from a female. It's still there, skin. I want to say thanks to everybody out Facebook, our friends back home, everybody on the world. Thanks for supporting this program. Get you next Tuesday, same time, same station for another edition.
That's right, that's right. Like I said, thanks to my 2 co-hosts, Karen and the man Emmanuel, for always helping to make this program spice it up. And thanks to our management team, our cameraman, Mary Roland Tuli, thank you so much. And our switcher leader, Mr. Sandy, who said thank you so much, Chief, for making this program, the broadcast possible. Thanks to you, our viewers, those in America or around the world. Welcome aboard TV, wherever you are watching. Keep watching Live TV. Always post your comment. Go on Facebook, go to Things About Men page, leave your comment, and we're going to definitely take it into consideration. Watch Live TV wherever you are on your phone. Go to our YouTube page, our Facebook page. Okay. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week, Tuesday, with another brand new edition of the program, Things About Men. Until we see you, have a God bless day. My name is Paul Allen. See you next week, Tuesday. Bye bye.